Well, hell, good morning, everybody. How are we today? Hi, Braveness. I hope everybody is well. Start of the weekend. Ugh. Well, I had a pretty craptacular day yesterday, so... we're trying to recover. That's how we are. Ooh. Yeah, so yesterday I wasn't supposed to work at all. And then I got called in to help with the project. It was only supposed to take a couple hours, ended up taking 7. Ugh. And of course, you know, I didn't sleep the night before because I was expecting to be off. And so I'm sitting there after I get home. No sleep, no food. Trying to make it to stream time, and I couldn't do it. So I make the announcement, right? Sorry guys, gotta cancel. Do a little bit of the self-care. Maybe get some food and whatnot. I did that. I got food, so that was a good thing. But then it's like, all right, I'm going to sleep. It was early too. It was like 10:30, and the fucking storms came through. And old party pup, he's super scared of thunder, and they were real bad. Like, I love a good thunderstorm, but the dog doesn't. So thunderstorms and rainy weather is good sleeping weather, and I was excited, but house shaking thunder and a dog that yelps and whines and shakes, not a good combination. Hi, Stitch. How are you? Welcome in. Yeah, so I ended up not going to sleep till about 4 o'clock when the thunder went far enough away that he stopped yelping, and finally got some sleep. But before that happened, my phone started acting all fucky, and I noticed I was getting, like, I'd get a notification and I'd clear the notification and then it would come right back, like over and over. So like my phone was just filling up the notifications because they wouldn't clear off completely. So I did the old restart the phone trick, and then my phone started to just restart on its own over and over and over and over and over. Couldn't boot it into safe mode. That didn't exist. The SD card got fucked. The one of the split drives on the phone itself got fucked, so I had to do a factory reset. So I lost all my phone stuff, so that's cool. And I was like, screw it. I got the phone back enough where I could set an alarm and went to bed. So that's how we are. Yay, weekend. But I hope everybody else is having a much better start to their weekend than I am. But we vibe. We're here. We're doing the Tavern Talk, episode number 35. Can't believe we're doing this for that long. It's crazy. I taught you nothing? Just kidding. But yeah. We're doing stuff and things now. Hey, Steve. How are you, my friend? I know, right? And that, I mean, we've had to miss a couple weeks because of, you know, work or going out of town or whatever, but yeah. 35 episodes. We started way back when, and we had we had nothing but a starting screen and a webcam, because that's what we do here. We build StreamerBot and OBS as we go along over the weeks, and we've gotten a lot done. We have a long way to go still too. But yeah, if you have a stream related question, !ask followed by your question. It'll be added to the queue. Number represented there under the beer mug. Let me go over. When we answer your question, if you don't know, if we answer your question, then it'll go up into the Discord, into the Tavern Talk. I'll have your question there, and then a link to the Twitch VOD and the YouTube live replay. You can go and see the answer right away if you happen to miss it or you need to revisit it. Daryl, welcome in. Yes, hi, how are you? If I started 11 minutes ago, where am I? I'm right here, dude. Where are you? Where are you? You missed my last two streams? We missed you too. It's like, I even said that like 3 times. I was like, where's Chad? Yeah. But I hope everybody's doing well, and I don't really. I'm in that mode, right, with the whole phone reset. Like I feel like I have, it's so, ugh. Like I don't have a lot on my phone. I'm not one of those phone people. Like I have my Discord app. I had like my Blue Sky app. Things like that, right? But I didn't have a lot of shit on my phone. I don't have games, but it's all my settings. It's not the same, and I don't remember like what settings I enabled, disabled, changed. And it's like there's this like the screen. Did I say screen? Screen. The screen timeout, right? And now I can't fucking find where it is to set it, and like I have the little passcode swipey thing, and I had it set before where it didn't show the line. I don't remember how to set that. Like, yeah. I mean, luckily, I don't have a lot of apps on my phone. Like my phone is used for text messages and phone calls. Like that's what my phone's for. If I want to play a game, I have my computer or my consoles or, whatever, right? But it's just all the small things, like the alarms. I had certain alarm sounds for my alarms. Now I got to go find them all again. I had a specific style of keyboard. Now I got to go find it again. And I don't even remember what it was called. There's just all that kind of shit. The OBS NDI streamed it. Yeah. Yeah. Mine's basically just like, and like I have certain people in my contact list that are allowed to like message and call when my phone is on do not disturb. I got to reset that all up again, but I don't remember who all was on it. So now because I've been dealing with that for the little while. Now I'm just in that mode that like nothing is connected properly and nothing is working right. So like when I open OBS, I'm like, oh yeah, nothing happened to my computer. Yeah. I'm like, what is all this crap? That's not what I was using. No. Fun times. Fun times. I think if I ever get a new phone, which I need to because this phone's kind of shit. It was good 9 years ago. It's not so good anymore. But if I ever get a new phone, I think I'm just going to take it in and be like, here's my old one, here's my new one. Do the thing. Make them the same. Instead of doing it myself, because I don't want to do that anymore. Yeah, I think mine's on its way out, I think. But they're so fucking expensive. Like, who? Fuck, man? Remember when they used to give phones away for free and they would charge you for the service? Now it's like, oh, you can have unlimited everything, but your phone's $1,200. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Those are the good old days. Yeah. And you could just go into the shop like every 6 months or whatever and be like, you know what? I want a different phone. And I'd be like, okay. There you go. Sign here to extend your contract by a year. All right. Oh, yeah. I had that happen to a phone before. This one lost the case. The case broke. It became old and brittle. Beef? Beef. Maybe we should make a beef command. Wow. Plus, I've been working on a super secret project. That's been taking up a lot of my free time. You're gonna order your Oh yeah, yeah. You go in, yeah. They're like, oh, I love all the cell phone upsells. Like this is, I usually do the bring your own phone, and I'll get my phone off of like Amazon or off of Woot. I love Woot. Oh my god, I love Woot. Open box returns from Amazon. They just sell them for super fucking cheap. I got $1,000 phone 9 years ago. 8 years ago? 8 years ago. This one. I got it on Woot. I got it for $350. It was an open box. If somebody opened it and got the wrong color or whatever and returned it. It's fucking great. If you guys have an Amazon account, go to Woot, WOOT.com. Sign in with your Google account. It's fucking great. They got everything. I mean, some of the shit, right, is going to be shit, but it's super fucking cheap, dude. It is awesome. I love it. But yeah, you go into like the Verizon store or whatever now. Phoenix, welcome in. How are you? But yeah, you go into like the Verizon store or whatever, and they're like, "Oh yeah, I see you looking at that phone. We got a good deal on that phone. Would you like a case, a screen protector, a fucking stylus? No. Do you want the phone to turn on? Would you like to be able to install apps? Those are up. We're gonna charge you more for that. Get the fuck out of here. Like I'm at the point now. I'm like, fuck it. I'm just gonna go to the gas station and get a $30 fucking, disposable, a burner phone. Cause like all I need it for is fucking text messages and phone calls. Like, fuck, I don't need apps. I don't need a smartphone. I just sell you AirTags. Jesus Christ. Like, yeah, I got a pack of those on Amazon. I got 100 of them for $12. But they're only $2, sir. Fine, buy me some then. That's my favorite. When people try to upsell me, I'm like, are you going to pay for it? for me? Are you gonna buy it for me? Are you gonna pay for it? And they're like, well, no. They usually stop trying to upsell you shit at that point. But yeah, we're doing all right, Phoenix. We're, you know, we're vibing. We're recovering from last night. Yeah. Fisher, we usually run between like 3 and 4 hours. Depends on how many questions we get. If we're loaded with questions, then it may go longer. I do like to answer every question that gets in the queue. So you got time. Hi, Alex. Yes, you can. Is it about SnapCam? I have not yet. No, I have had to put that on the back burner for a little bit. You got it all fixed all by yourself? Nice. Congratulations. What was the issue? How did you solve it? Yeah, we can. Yeah, I did say that, Jazz. And I was actually looking at it a few days ago. Going over it again. It's going to be a process. That's for sure. I'm trying to, I'm trying to get the best way for it functionally to do. But you're here for support and not help? Who are you and what have you done with Ravenous? Imposter. Imposter. What should we work on today? I need to do shit, man. I need to start moving stuff over to the alpha is what I need to do. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, well, enjoy your trip into town. We'll be around. Oh, you do have a question. Add it to the queue. Hell yeah. Let's get this thing started. Let's do it. Actually, we need to change this because we're not on Alpha 15. We're on Alpha 20. Let me just change that real quick. 3128 2015. There we go. Okay. Alpha. Yeah. StreamerBot Alpha right here. This guy. This guy right here. This is the old StreamerBot. This is the new StreamerBot. It's gonna be awesome. I don't have a beef command, Daryl. What do you do? I have a meat command. But I do need to. I don't even know if that is the meat command on this setup or not. I don't remember. I don't think I moved it over yet. You probably need. Oh, it is here.
I do like sausage. I do. I do like sausage a lot. Hell, you could have a sausage taco. I'd be down with it. I'd like meat.
Taco.
Give me meat. I want meat in my mouth. Put it in there.
It went through, Chess.
Larry! Larry Bananas, lady! Damn it, asparagus, Larry!
No worries, you'll figure it out. What are you talking about?
Price check on it! Larry! 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 Oh my God. Larry! 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 Larry!
He
Larry!
broke it. I don't understand, Alex. What's going on?
Larry! Where's Larry? Larry! 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 Larry!
Alex says, can I ask a question? I said, yes. Is it about SnapCam? She says, no, I fixed that all by myself. I was like, that's very cool. How did you fix it? And then she says, no worries. I'll figure it out. Now I'm confused. Ooh. Larry never gets old. Nope. And now we have a Larry in Dragon Age Origins, so... It's going to be the running theme for the RPG of the month, I think, now. He's on his futon. Here I go. Have one. I need to add the lights to this one, though. That's what I'm missing. Let me do that real quick, because that's kind of important. Yeah, I hadn't added them. So this is going to be confusing for a second. I think that's all I needed to do, right? Yeah, okay, get out of here. There, now we'll have a light. Yeah, I run like 4 different setups depending on what we're doing. This current setup dual streams to Twitch and to YouTube. And then I have the streamer alpha, I have the snarky bot, I have the regular streamer bot for the dual stream, and then the one for Twitch and the one for YouTube. And the tips and speaker bot. Yeah, so we run like 6 bots total. OBS, plus all the testing or tutorial ones that I open up to show you guys the stuff on. Yeah. Because I have to know all the things, right? So when you guys come in and ask questions, I don't look like a complete idiot. And I don't want to waste resources, so there's no point. Like, I only stream to YouTube once a week, right? So there's no point in having a setup that tries to connect to YouTube and has a bot that connects to YouTube when I'm not connected to YouTube. So I have my Twitch only set up, and then I have my dual stream set up because I'm not going to use my Twitch setup for streaming to YouTube, right? Because like there's things on Twitch that would get demonetized or whatever on YouTube side. So I have to run the 2 separate bots so that they do sounds and everything different. That's why if you're on YouTube, you may see some things on screen, but not hear anything because they're playing on the Twitch side, because YouTube will be like, And then I have my testing stuff, right? So like the latest versions of everything. And then I have older versions to see, because we have a lot of people that still, for example, you know, run OBS version 27. You know, so I got to keep some of the older ones, because like some of the new plugins and whatnot come out, there might be something you have to do to get them to work. And then I have like the release candidate or beta versions of other ones to know what's coming ahead. And then I have like standalone installs, so like when you guys ask a question about OBS, I can just open up a test version of OBS to show you the answer. My computer screen might be intimidating to you. This is my computer screen. There it is. I have nothing on it. I don't like icons. Shortcuts. Yeah. Yeah, I don't do a whole lot of things on my screen. Hey, Gump. You still having the issue with the bot getting rewarded points? All right. We could take a look at that. Give me 1 second. You have 3 rows already? Yeah, I have my recycle bin. And there's way over in the bottom right corner of my right monitor. And then I have 4 folders on my left monitor. They're little directories for my different things. And then I will have icons, directories, or whatever for whatever like project I'm working on or whatever. But once that project is done or that tutorial is recorded, I'd get rid of them. There she is. Why didn't your thing play? That's weird. Everything is broken. Fix that. Four rows. Yeah, that's a lot. I've never been a fan of like shortcut icons on my desktop. And I don't like having a lot of like the pictures and stuff too. But Hey, look, it worked. You know, I wonder if that's why it didn't go through the first time, Alex, on the YouTube side. I wonder, because YouTube has a limit of 200 characters. I wonder if that's too long for YouTube. That might be why. But we got it. It's in there. All right, we got some questions. Let's go ahead and get to them. I know a couple of them are repeats, but we'll get there. Let's go.
Ches Focus asked, I don't know if you wrote back to me, but did we get anywhere with the thumbnail updater project?
Yeah, saw that before you asked it as an official question. But just to reiterate, yes, no, but kinda. I have looked at it. I've been looking into it, like I said before. I'm trying to get a method that will work, that doesn't require like a crap ton of external shit to set up, right? Basically, if we can get it done like with a single, you know, file or something that can be triggered by StreamerBot or whatever, or even OBS, then we will do that. It's just, it's going to take a while because of all the back end things that we have to do, tapping into the YouTube API, which, as we all know, sucks as shit anyway. But yeah, we will get there eventually. Just keep reminding me every so often. You know, on top of all my stuff, like I said, I'm working on a super secret project. It's not really that super or secret, but it's very big and time consuming, and it's been taking up all of my free time because it's like all I can focus on right now. But yeah, we will get there. We love secret. Well, I hope so. This is gonna be, if I mean, I'm making progress, but yeah, it'll be really cool. You only stream on YouTube? Hell yeah, dude. I don't mind streaming on YouTube. Yeah, it'll be for all the community. It'll be for everybody. If you use StreamerBot. You're an alcoholic with 38,000 points. That's why we love you, Dad. How are you, man? No, it's for StreamerBot and streaming. Heavy focus on Twitch just because of the interaction, but I'm going to also make it work on YouTube. It's been well. Yeah.
Dad's in shot. Everybody cool your shit.
Yeah, calm down. Dad's here. Dad's here. Yeah, had a horrible day last night. Horrible night yesterday. Oh, it was bad, but you know, we're surviving. So. Oh yeah, StreamerBot is amazing, dude. And once this goes public, the new beta version, well, alpha currently, it's gonna be amazing. I mean, dark mode is gonna be the big draw, right? But literally all of the things that have been changed and added to dark mode is like the least impressive of them all. My favorite thing so far is the new if-else statement handling and the switch case handling. Like, gone are the days where we have to add 37 fucking actions and then if this, run this one, else that, run that one. Now it's all in line now. You can even if-else statement a specific sub-action. It's fucking great. It's fucking great. It's gonna make things so much smoother. It's gonna clean out your system. Yeah, it's good stuff, man. Bye. Give me a pup check. Make sure the lights are working now, please. Hi, Malcolm. Yay, we have light. Nice. Automation. We gotta love it. All right, next question. Was this the first of the doubles or was this the double?
Chaz Focus asked, can you show me how to set up multi-stream on YouTube?
Oh, right. This was the double. Yeah. You let it rebuild your PC around OBS, StreamerBot, and DaVinci Resolve. Oh yeah, absolutely, dude. I mean, you know, and that's the thing. Like, I give a lot of shit to some of the other bots, Firebot, Mix It Up Bot, on their own. They're great bots, right? And if you've been using them for a while and you know how to use them, you know they're great, right? But when it comes to sheer power, capabilities, integrations, capabilities, they don't hold up. StreamerBot is easily right now the best all-inclusive bot for streaming, no question. But yeah, we're gonna the next one, because you doubled them up, right? Yeah, so because I know you added more information. Trying to find the limits of StreamerBot? Yeah, good luck. There's not many. All right, let's go ahead and get the
Focus
full
asked,
thing
can
here.
you show me how to set up multi-stream on YouTube? I'm using Asium and I want to stream to short/horizontally and vertically.
Right. So, okay, the thing with that, excuse me, you can do it. I did it for a couple times and I hated it. I'm gonna go to my YouTube studio because I'm gonna show you what you have to do. Right. So basically, right, you're gonna set up 2 streams, but you need to make a vertical layout stream. So it's going to have a different stream key and all of that. And that's where a lot of the confusion comes in. So if you go to your go live in your studio, obviously we're here, but you can schedule a new stream. I'm just going to reuse this stuff here. But when you get to the end, where it asks you, nope, the customization, right? You're going to go through all this and you're going to say, yes, sure, whatever. And it'll load up its stuff. Oh, yeah, I don't know. Oh, he might be coming back. So when you get to this screen, this is the important stuff, okay? So here you can see I have my horizontal. You're going to make a new one. You're going to create a new stream key. And I have it here as set to vertical, but it'll give you a new stream key. This stuff will stay the same, right? All of your other settings you can leave, you know, or however you want, but you want to make a different stream key. And so I named one horizontal, which is the one that I use for like this. And then I named the other one vertical. Once you have those two, you're then going to create 2 streams. One's using the horizontal and one's using the vertical. And then in Atium, you're going to set that up to use the vertical stream key. So when you go into it, you load this, you can just copy the stream key here. And then that's what you're going to paste into Atium. And then for your main OBS connection, you're going to use the vertical one like you normally do. So your normal stream, when you go live on OBS, the main OBS will go to the horizontal stream, and then Atium will stream to the vertical stream. So you're technically streaming two different streams, right? Does that make sense? So, but here's the thing, especially if you're using the built-in chat of StreamerBot, right? If you're using this guy, it's only going to connect to the first one connected. So you're not going to get all of the chat from both streams in the StreamerBot chat. That's one limitation, because it can't connect to two different stream keys on the same platform. So if you are using that, when you do go to multi-stream, keep that in mind. But that's how you set up everything on that side. So again, two streams. One is set with a different stream key from YouTube for your vertical, and then one is your regular one, right? And then just make sure that you put the right stream key in the ATM configuration. But I assume that you have ATM all set up and layout for the vertical stream how you want it and all of that. Yeah. I despise ATM. I think it's crap. Also, I don't support anything Harris Heller touches because I think he's an absolute garbage human. No, they won't be bot free. No. It's just the chat. So all of your commands and actions and first words and all, they'll still work and they'll still show up. The chat can only pull in chat from one of them at a time, and it always defaults to the first one connected. If you want to have the combined chat or whatever, you can use the layout like I have here below me. Sui, how are you? Welcome in. You can use any of the like multi-chat. What the hell is that called? I don't remember what it's called. Something or other. Yeah. Like this one below here that I use is the multi-chat from Izzy. Chat Ninja, yeah, is another one. You can use that, or you can just use the built-in chat on YouTube. The one that comes in OBS will show both of them. You just won't be able to tell like which one's coming from which one. Also, another thing to keep in mind, and Bama, Social Stream, thank you, Alex. That's what it's called, but it's now, Social Stream was bought by Chat Ninja, so they're all kind of one and the same. Izzy, let's see, streamer bot chat Izzy here. So this is what I use. It's called Stream Chat. It's an OBS plugin, so it's an overlay that you use, but it has a built-in generator. So you come in here and you can select how you want your chat to look and do all of the options, and set, and if you want it to be a vertical or a horizontal chat, right? And then you just copy your, this would be like your browser source. It connects to StreamerBot. You can have Twitch and YouTube chats in there. But once you have it set up, you just copy your URL that it provides you here and put that into OBS as a browser source. Yeah, Social Stream is great. I love it. And I love it more now that they have a standalone widget instead of the browser source or the browser extension, which worked fine, but the overlay in the standalone widget for Social Stream is so awesome. But let me grab this here and I'll post that in there for you. This is for everybody. It works on Twitch and YouTube. I don't know if she's going to be able to make it for Trovo or not. But it's there. And that's what you see down below me here. That's the one we're currently using for that. Yeah. Does that help Chaz understand the because that was where I was confused. So I'm like, I had Adium all set up, I had OBS all set up, I had the vertical layout, everything was looking good, and then I go live and I'm like, why am I not vertical? One caveat that I found too, though, is because you're technically doing 2 lives, people on their laptop or on their desktop computer or whatever will click on your vertical stream, and then they'll see this weird fucking layout, right? So you might want to have, like in the title, you know, this is, you know, for phone or, you know, vertical mode. You see this on your phone. Yeah, exactly. And just make sure, because we had that problem. People are like, wow, your stream looks like shit. And I'm like, click over to the other live stream. Yeah, mobile, that's the word. Thank you. But yeah, I put it in the title. It kind of helps. And then you also get people on, you know, on their device, their tablet or their phone, and they click on the regular stream, you know, and they don't obviously know any different, but you know, the vertical streaming doesn't really do me any good, right? Because I mean, as much as we're covering, as much as the screen is we're using, you know, and then I got to zoom in anyway and show you the things, and on a phone it's really, really hard to see. So yep. Yeah, just have like a timed message come through like every 5 or 10 minutes and be like, hey, does the stream look okay? You're probably on the wrong one. Mobiles, click here. Device, you know, whatever. But yeah, that's the main setup is in studio. Just make sure you have the 2 different stream keys and then you'll be set. Cool. Hell yeah, man. Also, while we're at it, what? Sully, what are you doing? So this is social stream, and it connects to fucking anything that goes live. YouTube, Twitch, Kick, Instagram, Facebook, fucking TikTok, Trovo. There's literally what I think there's like 62 things that it connects to. Anyway, you click your account, you connect your account, you activate the source, which basically pulls in the chat, and then you can set up your stuff to how you want it to look. And they have, where is his, where oh. Is this the one that has his, the widget, the standalone widget? I think so. Okay, so here's all the websites that it supports. As you can see, there's a fucking shit ton of them. Look, we're still going. All of these you can and get your chat from. Yeah, it's fucking, it's incredible. We're just gonna ignore bearded robot bearded. Don't ignore me. Just these are ones that no longer exist. But he does have a video install guide and all that. So if you don't want the one from Izzy, if you want a more bigger one, can't word today, check out Social Stream. It is now part of the Stream Ninja thing, but this GitHub is just the new one. Very cool. Very cool. Yeah. So give it a try. It is a much more difficult setup than the Izzy one, but it has so much more capabilities. Yeah, flirty hillbilly, your bot. Hell yeah, dude. Oh, Steve does? Or Video Ninja? I tried to well, and it's been a couple years, but I think Alex and I tried too. Before Twitch did the co-stream, shared stream stuff, we tried to use Video Ninja to get like the webcams on the same, and it worked. But oh my God, was it so slow and laggy? We just decided, fuck it, we're going VTuber. It was so horrible. It did work though, and it was the only resource that we did try that actually did work. So, you know, there was that, but it was still horrible. It's like when you watch the news and they're like in southern Sri Lanka and there's like that 5-second delay. So they ask a question to the reporter in the field and then he's just standing there. That's absolutely right, Barbara. You know, like, yeah, it was. I'm getting to it. Calm down. Oh, you did figure it out. Okay. Well, we're still going to answer it. There are a lot now, yeah. This was, how long ago was that out? That was like 2 years ago, wasn't it? A year and a half ago, something? I don't know. It was about 6 to 9 months before any of the shared streaming stuff from Twitch came out. Which seems like forever ago. Oh, probably. Is Steve the one that runs the Video Ninja? Or is he just did he get pulled into it? Oh, does he? Okay, cool. Next question.
It's Alex Skimming asked, my friend is having a problem with adding a green screen to OBS triggered by streamer.bot like how I have on mine. We did all the same things that's on mine, and when it is triggered manually through OBS it works fine, but when we trigger the channel point through streamer.bot it doesn't toggle the visibility.
Hi, Marvs. Thank you for the lurk. No worries. No worries. We got the question. They did figure it out, but let's see. We did all the same things on mine, but when it's triggered manually through OBS, it works fine. But when we trigger the channel point through StreamerBot, it doesn't toggle the visibility. Get out of studio mode, for one. If you're in studio mode, your videos, green screens, things like that are not going to be visible. Manually triggering them, like when you test a command or whatever, will actually be a physical toggle. You weren't doing, you didn't have it as a media. Oh, okay. Yeah, I got you. But there you go. There was a solve for that particular instance. It wasn't set to toggle the visibility of the media, just the source. Gotcha. Yeah, and if you have them in groups too, sometimes OBS will be like, no, that's wrong, even though it's correct. Once it finds it though, it won't happen again. But glad you got it sorted. Yeah. We got ads coming up on the Twitch side. Apologies for those. Yeah, good job. You never told me how you got SnapCam to work. Or how to get your filters to stay. What you did. Sorry about that. We'll be right back after word from Twitch's sponsors. Please stick through the bread break. I want to make a change to the 1st and 5 redeem, but I don't know what I want to do. But how are you, Marbs? How the hell are you? I saw you over in Evie's chat for a while. Hope things are going well. Are you on the new PC? Are you coming to us live from the new PC? Having cheese and crackers? I forgot to buy crackers. I told you. I mean, you can still use your new PC. I'm just saying. Fine. Fine. We'll set some time. Oh, you're working tomorrow, aren't you? Yeah. We got Marbs a new PC, guys. We're so excited. No more fucking streaming from a laptop. He has a dedicated graphics card. He's got a powerful CPU. Monday night after work? Hell yeah, I'm not streaming on Monday, so yeah, that'll work. Let me know when you get home. We'll have a couple beers, burn the midnight oil. Yeah. Yeah, buddy. Marv's about to go big time. But yeah, when you get home and situated and have Tink taken care of and all that, you know, Monday night, whatever, just shoot me a message and be like, hey, I'm home now. Let's do this dance. What? Did you lose your ball, or do you need a potty? Do you need to go potty? Oh, doing all right. Sorry about the ad break ending, and I'm going to go right to BRB, but the dog decided at the end of the ad break that he had to pee. And because he hasn't been able to go out for like 14 straight hours, I'm going to take him. So we'll be right back. We'll answer the next question. In the meantime, while we're gone, if you have other stream related questions, there you go. Exclamation point ask, get your answer, get your question in the queue. We'll start answering them when we return. Sorry about the double break. Talk amongst yourselves. We'll be right back. Yeah, let's go. Oh! Nope.
I'm the manager on duty. Larry! Larry Bananas! Damn it, asparagus. Larry! Lawrence! I need a damn price check on it!
Oh, fucking hell. Oh, hey, you're kind of cute. What's up, girl? Come here, come here.
Larry!
Baby,
Larry.
hey. Why are you being so fast to walk away?
Larry! 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 Oh my god. Larry!
It's definitely this wall.
Larry! 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 Larry!
Fuck.
Where's Larry? Larry! Larry! Larry!
Why are you dying? Because I can't hit these stupid frogs? Why won't it let me hit them?
Larry!
What? Why can't? Why? I'm up a tree. Fuck them. Why? Why? I fucking love drummers. What? Demon.
That's what she said.
I need to think about this.
No!
Oh, and she fucking jump scared you.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. You got fucking scared by the growl and by her.
Yes, I did.
It's not open. I would tell you if it was.
No, I don't know. I just want to get
Go
out.
back.
The timing on that was amazing. Yeah. That's the Revenant. Writing, analyzer, temperature. Yeah. Oh, shit. Bitch broke my door off and killed me. I was holding that shit closed too. That motherfucker. A little bit of luck. It will be a good goof. It is a good goofy game. Like I said, it's not that I didn't want to play it. Oh, jeez, fuck me. God damn it. Isn't that the kid from The Ring? Or, not, is it The Ring? No, The Grudge. It's the boy from The Grudge.
Hey, who's a twink now, baby? Fuck.
Way back. You crazy scalawags. Ah. Right. Oh yeah, the pool. The prediction. Oh. All right. It has been stingy with the honor. Yeah, and then we'll get like 2 in a row where there's 2 of them. Get your points back. I know you were the only one that voted. All right. We have another question. Shall we go ahead and answer that now?
Malcolm 1971 asked, is there a way to have streamer bot load the box art for a game title you set for your stream?
Yes. Yes, there is. I just had to remember how I do that. I did that so long ago, I forgot. You forgot to add from a folder? Are you using your own art for that? Or are you pulling it from your game title and having it auto update? Like on my Twitch streams, you'll know that like right below my camera, I have the little art, box art, image art, whatever for the game, but it auto updates. I don't have to download 1,000 different things. Yeah. Which one do I have it in? Do I have it in this one? I don't think I do. I might. Let's see. If not, I'll just open it up. I think we deleted that off of here because I don't have game art on my thing. But we'll see. No, I don't. Okay. Excuse me. I need to clean out my backups folder. All right. You forgot about this music? Yeah. So basically what I have here is you have to get the info for the broadcaster, right? And that's going to populate. So that's the Twitch user, get user info for target. You just set it to broadcaster, which it defaults to. And then you have to have a little browser source on your screen that you want the image to show up in. And you set that wherever your scene and your source is. And the URL is going to be game. Variable is going to be game. Let me get rid of this because it's been populated since. So the first type, you're just going to do % game. Voila. And then when you go live, the minute you hit go live, it's going to pull in all the information for your stream, including the category on Twitch, which is the game that you're playing. And it will pull that box art in for that game. Close that so we don't run dual things here. Yeah, and that way you don't have to go and download everything. And it pulls those from the JDCN that Twitch uses. So if it's not like if it doesn't have an art on the database, then it'll just show like a blank file. That's very rare and usually only for like brand new games that haven't updated all of their stuff yet. But yeah, if you're doing it locally, like if you're downloading specific art that you want to show, then yeah, like you did, you just add the image from a folder and you can display that, or you can put all of them in OBS in a group and just have them toggle the visibility for a certain one. But the easiest way is just to automate it that way because it's already there. You don't have to download shit, you know? Super simple stuff, really, when you look at it. It's just knowing where the variables are pulled from and how to populate the correct ones and whatnot. Back to my Tavern Talk here. There we go. Yeah. So the plan, because I slept good, I finally slept good. The plan, because I missed last night's stream and I feel really horrible about that. I did not want to. We're gonna, when we end this stream, we're going to move on. I'm gonna take a little break. Oh yeah? You think so? Welcome in, Small. But yeah, when we end this stream, I'm gonna take a little break, get some food, play with the pup, and then we're gonna play some DOA or DAO. Yeah, DAO. And we're gonna go fucking 10 hours, 12 hours, I don't know. We're gonna play it all fucking night. So there's that.
Monica, 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 Monica.
Submit to the taint. That's right, Marks.
Niggers, 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 niggers,
There it
niggers,
is.
niggers, 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 niggers.
Yeah. I knew that was coming. Cool. Yep. Fucking YouTube nerds. Fucking YouTube. I love streaming to YouTube. You guys are fucking odd ducks, though. Well, he got his laugh. Yeah. It's fine. No worries, dude. I figured something was coming. I was just about to tell you to keep an eye. But, yeah. This is why we can't have nice things. Yeah. What's funny is, you know, once their balls drop and they start getting pubic hair, they still think it's funny. But then there's those stupid fucks, right, that are like, I'm gonna do this, and then they do it, and then they try to report the channel. Like, you know? Pull your finger out of your ass. I forgot what we set up for that. Was it just exclamation point B? I think so. I don't even remember. Oh, that's the wrong one. Yeah, exclamation point B. Plus their name, obviously. But yeah. I haven't set it up. But that's okay. They got their 4 seconds of fame. They think they're cool. They got their laugh and they're like, yeah, I did a thing. I'm so happy. And I gotta go eat all my Brussels sprouts or my mom is gonna get mad at me.
Screw M, no second chances, Mahai smile.
Yeah, I knew when I said, you know, I welcome in, like for their first thing was a TT, I knew something was coming. And then when they didn't answer, that's when I was about to tell you to keep an eye, but They were fast enough that I didn't have to. And now they got shit on. Is this? Hold on. Did the little dude show up to speak or not? I don't remember. Yeah. No, on this one it's the little
Did
guy.
I show my cute robot face?
No. Interesting. You need to miss. Oh, to hatch your egg. I wonder. I'm gonna try something. Let's try something. So the B adds them to the band group. I wonder. Oh, that's right, because YouTube doesn't have like a target user. Fi, do me a thing on the YouTube side. Do a longer TTS, and then while the TTS is going, just do exclamation point B. You don't put in any names or anything. Just do exclamation point B, and then send it. I'm gonna see if we stop the TTS or not with just that.
Okay, this is a long.
Hell yeah. And if you can do B to silence it. And then we can do B and their name to add them to the group. Not that it matters because they're going to get banned anyway, but most of those accounts don't come back either anyway. Where are my groups? Ah. Yeah. Oh, Grayson's still there. But yeah, that'll work. That'll work. Just fucking shut them up. Hopefully it doesn't pause the queue, though. It actually just stops it. Right? Yeah, completed it. Cool. Well, that works. Did I do this as a tutorial? No, I was testing to see if it worked. And it did. So. Is B a good one? Hi, Bibs! Because I can set up another one to just something quick. I don't know. The Stopping Things is going. Yeah. Answering some questions. Why does my queue on here say that I have 2? Oh, no, I don't. I don't. Never mind. We have one more question currently, but yeah, we're doing all right. We're doing good. My leg's starting to hurt. I need to put some meds on it. But other than that, we're surviving. How are you? Malcolm, did that answer your question fully, or do I need to show you more detail? I realize I didn't show you how to add the browser source in OBS, but I figure you might know how to do that by now. Yeah, we roasted the shit out of Grayson. Poor Grayson. He was probably like 12. Well, that was funny. Go over it again. Okay, so first thing is obviously OBS, right? You're gonna make a browser source in OBS. Let me load this up. I'm just gonna cover the whole frickin' thing. Okay, so you have your OBS. I don't know if you nest your scenes or whatever, but wherever, like your game scene is where you're gonna want this to show up. So you're just gonna make. Let me zoom in. You're going to add a new browser source and you're going to name it, you know, game art or whatever you want to name it. Doesn't matter. And say, okay, you're going to get this pop up. First thing you're going to do, the URL is going to be about:blank. And all this does is gets rid of this blue OBS image and just shows nothing. The width and height is up to you. I suggest that you make it taller than it is wider, like a 3:4 ratio. I think I have mine set up like a 300 by 150. I don't remember exactly, but you want to make them big enough because you want to size it down instead of having to size it up. So for this one, I would do like 600 by, let's try 450. No, that's not going to work. Whoops. Other way around. 450 by 600. Taller than it is wider. There we go. So you have this here, right? I don't even know what all this crap is. Okay. But this is the about blank, right? And then you can put it where you want it to show up. You can resize it down, you know, to however big your space is for it, etc., etc. Right? Then in StreamerBot, you're going to make a new action, and you can just call this one game art as well. Put it in a group if you want to, whatever. And there you're going to have 2 sub actions. So your first sub action is going to be Twitch user get user info for target, and you're going to leave it set to broadcaster. And we're going to say okay. And then you're going to set the OBS. We're going to go to OBS sources, and we're going to set browser source URL. Was that it? The one you missed? Nice. So we're going to come in here, and then the scene that you have it in, which we had it in the game scene, the source was game art, right? Game art. The URL is going to be a variable. And this one, you're just going to do game. You can spell, I can't. So %game %. And you're going to say, okay. And then your trigger is just going to be like when you go live. So you can go to Twitch, and you can go to channel, stream online, right? Or you can do OBS and do stream started. Either one. Doesn't matter. And then I prefer the OBS because that happens as soon as you click the start streaming button instead of the Twitch waiting for Twitch to get the signal from OBS. It's like a 3 seconds or so, but you know, but now when you go live, it'll pull in the information from Twitch. So this will pull in your username, your profile image, the game you're playing, all of your tags, your title, everything, right? And then because the game is then populated, it'll pull the art from the JDC website that Twitch uses for the game art and populate the browser source with that image. And then you're good to go. And then every time you change your game, you would have to run this. But what I do in mine, I don't think I have it on here, honestly. But what I do is I have a moderator action. So like they can do set game to change the game for me. And then I just have it run this action. So in the, like, for example, in that one, we just make a new one, set game, right? Whatever. You have all your stuff to set the game title from chat, commands, blah, blah, blah. And then you can just go to core, action, run action, and then you choose your game art so that it updates with the new title to get the new game, and then it'll populate that image automatically. Otherwise, you'd have to go and run the game art, and you can just come in here and test that trigger to run that again. But if you want it more automated, just set it up to automatically run that when you change your game through a command or whatever. Easy. Super easy. Yeah. All right. Guess I can zoom back out now. Was that all you had to do, Phi, there, was to not catch one more, and then your eggs hatch? What did your egg hatch into? I think I still have Yeah, my egg. I don't know how to hatch it. I don't know. I forgot to look. Oh, for the week. Oh, right. You said that. All right, let's get to your question.
Hi-Fi 420 asked he has wanted to ask about the speedrun timer for many months.
You wanted to ask about the speedrun timer. Well, ask then. What do you want to know about the speedrun timer? I'm using live split. Do you want me to go through a live split setup for you? That's going to require coffee. Sure. Okay. Let me go refill my coffee first. Hold on. I forgot the lid. God damn it. Oh. No. Not live script. Let's try this again. Without the oops. Okay. So my speedrun timer. I'll send you a link. Boop, boop. Live split. You can go to your downloads, download the latest version. I wouldn't get the development build. And the web version doesn't really work that great. So just download it. When you download it, you're going to get a zip file. It's a standalone program, so put it somewhere, unzip it somewhere secure, right? I have mine in my programs, in my pruggies, live split. I'm going to get it. Some of this shit, some of this I've added, so don't worry about it if it doesn't look exactly the same. You're just looking for the livesplit.exe. Looks like that. And then you're going to click on it and it'll load up. And when it loads up, yours is basically going to be a default blank ass timer. It won't have any title. It'll have the 0.0 and all of that. All right. So here, let's set it up real quick. You're going to right click on it and you're going to choose edit layout. And you're going to get this box. And this is where you get to add things to the timer. So for example, I have my title, my hotkey indicator, the splits, the timer itself, and then the current world record for whatever game I'm playing. But as you can see, there are multiple options. You can have a detailed timer. You can have splits and sub-splits. You can show information such as your comparison time, the deltas, text to title, all of this stuff. You can have media, sound effects, video, your controls, auto splitting, things like this, right? Hi, Chris. Your display tutorial on displaying credit. Yeah, you're very welcome. Thank you for watching. They also have blank spaces and shit like that. That's where I get the hotkey indicator. That's just this green line. So once you have whatever you want on there, and you can then reorder them. So the orders, again, top to bottom, and that's what it will be on the timer, top to bottom. Then you can go to layout settings. And when you go layout settings, you're going to get this little doodad here. And it's going to have all of your stuff that's in your list as a tab at the top. And then you can set your background colors. You can do, these are the different colors for the timing segments, right? So if I get a best segment, it'll turn gold. These are all left all these default, but you can change them if you want. You made a new redeem that randomizes splash screens and it, hell yeah, Bibs. Fucking professional. You don't even need me anymore. Awesome. No, I'm very proud of you. That's awesome. Then you have, of course, your title. Again, this is basically like the colors, how it's going to look, you know, your fonts and things like that, right? Hotkey indicator. So red means hotkeys are disabled. Green means they are enabled. Hey, you know, I do that still. I have an action that works. I know that I want to do something else with an action, right? That is similar in nature. And then I just copy it over and make the changes. Yeah, it's a great way to go. The splits here. So this is how it's going to show up. So for example, you can see here, I only have one split for this game, but I can have as many as I want. And you can see that it grows, right? Upcoming splits, this is just showing, so like I have, like my Pokemon one has like 30 splits on it, right? But I always show the bottom split, the final, right? So the rest of them kind of scroll, so it'll only show however many you have here. So if I set this to 4, it'll have the first, you know, 8 or whatever, and then when it gets to the 4th one, it'll start scrolling up. But you just go through all the different little settings. Your timer here, you can have background colors, you know, override gradients, put it in the center, right? Or move it over to the right. Format, decimal font size, you know, all that, right? And then of course the world record, same thing. So once you have all your settings done, then you say, cool, you got all that good. You say, okay, we go back to the timer. We're going to right click again, and we're going to go to edit our splits. And then you're going to get this little pop up here. So once you have your layout, normally most people don't change their layout anymore. I have different layouts depending on what game I'm playing. So that's why I have, like, for example, I can open a layout. I have all of these different ones that I use for different things. But for the splits, you're going to start typing in the game name. So like if I was doing Pokemon Fire Red, right, I could just type in Fire Red. It'll populate which one I'm doing. So I'm doing Fire Red. And then it'll give you the options for that game. So where you can do any percent glitchless, any percent, the Elite Four round 2. I do any percent normally, glitchless. You can start your timer at a specific time if you want. Always leave this to 0 if you're timing a speed run. Your number of attempts. So this is every time this timer starts and completes, it'll update, but you can reset this. So if you know, oh, I've already run the game 10 times and now I'm adding the timer, you can set this to 10. And it'll show on there. If you have it set to, it'll be up in here, like how many times you've run. But you know, you can set that to whatever you want it to. Which layout we're going to use. So the layout that you have there, usually the default one, right, that we just made. And then you have real time, game time, and additional info. And real time and game time are going to be dependent on the game. Like Death Watchers uses game time because there is a timer in the game. Pokemon uses real time. And then you can just add your segments here. So insert above or below. So we would add like say 4, right? And then you can come in here, double click. We can name this one Get the Squirtle, right? So that's the first thing you do. And then the next thing we do is the battle in gym 1, right? So we can say gym 1, and then we can go, oh, you know, get the running shoes, whatever you want your splits to be, right? If you have an icon, you can double click into here, and you can look for your icons. I have some, I think I saved them in here, resources. I made a folder, right? So here's some of my game art, some of my icons. So like, you know, there's Bulbasaur, and we'll say, yeah. And then it'll put that little icon, and it'll put that icon there as well in the timer. You don't have to have an icon, obviously, but you can. And then the rest of these get filled in as you run. But if you do know, like there's a world record time, you can have those and type them in. So like the world record for this would be, you know, 25 seconds, right? Or whatever. And then it'll show, if you have that as your display, if you're showing the world record time, like I'm comparing against my personal best, so I don't worry about the world record times. But it would show these times. My personal best, you know, is like maybe what, 3.2, right? Or whatever, right? So then you show those as you're running. And then if you click on additional info, it'll tell you for the speedrun.com website what you required. So the region doesn't matter, but your platform does. So I play on the Game Boy Player. My language is English. Any percent glitchless, I'm using a console, right? I'm not using an emulator, right? So you have all of these different settings, and they change. These settings will change based on what game you have. And then you say, okay, that's cool. And then, so now it pulls in that game. So you can see that the world record is 1 hour, 59 minutes by PokeGuy. All right, so that's the current world record. Here's my splits. And then we want to set up our hotkeys. So if we go to the layout again, we go to our hotkeys, settings. This is where your hotkeys are. What? Settings. Right click. Settings. You get this pop up. Start my split. I just have it as F1, F2 resets, F6 and 7 redo or undo or skip. You can pause. You can switch your comparisons. Always turn global hotkeys on. That way it doesn't have to always be in focus for it to run. You can double tap preventions. That way if you accidentally click like F1, you know, or whatever your hotkey is, if you click it twice, it won't do it twice. It'll just do it the one time. Had an accident again? Who, you? Oh, look. Which one am I not on? Did YouTube disconnect me? And megabytes. What the fuck? I didn't even notice we were gone. It was only on YouTube, apparently. No, we should be good there. Okay. Yeah, is it okay now? I froze. Yeah, I looked down. It said it was... It paused on Twitch, too. I might have had a glitch. We do have bad storms right now. That sucks. I'm sorry, guys. Where was I at when we paused? Or what was the last thing that you saw me talking about? Why is it saying I have 0 disk space? Just after showing you the world record here? Okay, so you didn't miss anything. Cool. So it's saying all you have to do now is set your hotkeys. So we're going to right click again and we're going to go to settings, and that brings up your hotkeys. So you can set for the start the timer and to move to the next split. I have mine set to F1. Reset the timer, so even if it's running, you just hit F2, it resets it back to 0, turns all your times off. You can undo or skip a split or pause the timer altogether. Like there are some games, for example, like Ghost Exorcism, it doesn't count the time when you're in the lobby between selecting the new map. Like when you're doing an all maps run, it only matters when you're actually playing the game. So you can pause the timer, go check your new map or whatever, start the van, and when the loading screen starts, you restart your timer again. So you get a more accurate time that way. And then you want your active hotkey profile. Obviously, global hotkeys needs to be checked. Double tap prevention. This is a great one to double check. That way, if you accidentally hit like F1 twice, it won't skip ahead to the next. It'll only do 1 split instead of 2. And then your refresh rate, server ports, all that. Once you have all that done, you click OK, and then you have a little timer. And then to grab that in OBS, you just use a window capture, right? And you can bring that into OBS like I do. And then all you have to do is, like, you have your game open. Just make sure you click on this once so that it kind of has focus, and then you can go click on your game and you hit F1 and it'll start the timer. Right, and we got our Squirtle, so we can hit F1 again. It goes through, and you can see it'll update. This is your time versus your personal best. And then, oh, we got it. Okay, F1 again. Now we got to go get our running shoes. We go, oh, there we go. And then we end the game. We ended the game. We have a new world record. All right, whatever. And if you hit F2 now, it says, I've beaten some of your best times. Do you want to update them? I would say no, because I was just kidding. But if we're in the middle of a run, right, we're going along, and we didn't get the right Squirtle. Instead of going through all of that, you just hit F2 and it'll just reset. It'll only ask you if you've beaten the current times that it has stored. Otherwise, it'll just reset. Which is very fun. Especially in Pokemon. Oh yeah, that's it. That's live split timer. And you can do other things too. So like with my, I think it's the layout. Let's go to settings. So yeah, I think this is where it is. So the background, if you go to your layout settings, the background, you can have an image, and then it'll ask you what image. So you just click on the little icon, pick what image you want. Like we're doing Pokemon, obviously I want my little Pokemon guy there, right? When I run Baldur's Gate, I'll put the Baldur's Gate one up there. Where did she go? This one, right? You know, so you can have background images if you want to. You don't have to. You can have a solid color, gradient color. Right. You can have horizontal gradients, you know, whatever, right? I usually leave it either solid color or a picture, but there are some runners that will have a picture. Whoops. They'll have an image for their background, and then they let their community use like channel point redeems to change the background. And so like while they're running, they'll have to come in here and like somebody will send them a picture in Discord to use, and they'll have to come in here and click on that and then pick the new image, you know, and say okay, and then it'll run until somebody else redeems it, you know, or whatever. This is extra little fun stuff for you to do if you want to. But yeah, mostly it's just picking your colors, your fonts. Here's your fonts for everything. You can change those. But yeah, that's it, man. And then if I go to exit, it's going to say, oh, I've updated my splits. Do I want to save them? I'm going to say no, right? Because I don't want to. And then the same thing for the layout. I've updated my layout. Do I want to? No. Right. So then, and then it just closes and you're done. And you can also, if you're connected, if you have a speedrun.com account, you can also connect your timer to speedrun.com and it'll automatically upload your split times when you submit a run. So that's interesting as well. I don't normally do that, but I do appreciate like when the world record holders and stuff do, because then you can download their times as the world record and it'll automatically populate the world record if the splits match what you have. And so you can kind of keep track. Not everybody does that though. So normally what I have to do is like, I'll go through, if there's a game I'm running and it already has a world record, I'll go through and watch their split times and then I'll just manually type them in. You know, but yeah, it's super simple once you get the hang of it. Once you have your layout and your splits and your all that set up, actually running it and everything is simple. One thing about it though, and you saw we had the global hotkeys. If you have another program that has hotkeys, OBS, for example, if I were to click on OBS, OBS now has focus, and because it has hotkeys, the hotkeys for the live split no longer work. They don't register because all the hotkeys are going to OBS. But if I click on live split, if I click on live split, now it has the focus and all the hotkeys, F1, F2, whatever you set them as, will be for this timer. And then I can click on my game and I can play my game. Because my game doesn't have hotkeys, the timer will still work while I'm inside playing my game. But if you have another program that's running that has hotkeys, you want to make sure that you, before you start the game and click on the game, you want to at least click once onto live split to make sure that it has the last focus. If that makes sense. Otherwise, you'll sit there and you'll hit your hotkey to start and you'll be playing your game, and then you'll look over and see your timer not running and you'll be like, what the fuck? That's not cool. I've had that happen quite a few times, to be fair. Games don't have global hotkeys, they have local hotkeys. So it's not going to matter. But that's why global hotkeys mean the program doesn't have to be in focus. So that's why, like, I'm over here on my middle desktop. There's nothing here. I can click around, but I can still zoom in with OBS hotkeys because OBS has global hotkeys. It's listening even when OBS is not in direct focus, right? So I can zoom in and I can do my thing and I can zoom out because it's global hotkey. So if I go and click on live split, which has global hotkeys, and I hit F1, the timer will start. But if I click on live split and then I go and click on OBS to like respond to a message or something, the global hotkeys for OBS now take over the system. So the hotkeys that we have set for live split no longer work. So I'd have to go back and click on live split again before I start the game. You'll get used to it though. It's not that difficult and it doesn't happen that often. Oh, hold on. That's why. Fuck me. Okay. Let me set a reminder. Change output. Yes. I was like, why does it say my disk space is 0? And because I'm on the new rig now, and I'm like, dude, I have like 12 terabytes of fucking hard drive. Like, what the fuck? I'm not out of space. It's because this version of OBS is still pointing to the old rig, which isn't connected, obviously. Figured it out. All right. Yeah. Anyway, where are we at? 2 hours? We're out of questions already? I know Evie said she was going to bother me, but she's been streaming 5 hours. Good Lord. So, I need something to work on. You know, one thing let's see. Oh yeah. Here's another stupid thing from YouTube. So you know how on YouTube you can do a raid, like a redirect or whatever? They're called redirects on YouTube, I believe, instead of raids, but it's the same thing. You send your community to somebody else that's live at the end of your live, right? None of that information, none of it is sent through the API. Like literally, I'm not watching my numbers, but for example, I could have had somebody that redirected to my YouTube. I will never know. I get no notification on YouTube. I get no notification through the API. Nothing. Like, how fucking dumb is that? Like, I'm not asking for like Twitch style shit where you get chat announcements and blah, 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 blah. A little notification that, hey, so-and-so just brought their fucking community over to see you would be really nice. You know, like, I know we've had it happen a couple times. Doug has brought people over. Do you not? No, you get nothing. The only notifications that go out for a YouTube redirect are on the redirector's side. So if I redirect to you, Fi, right? Like you go live and I'm like, well, I'm done streaming. We're going to go over to see Fi. I have to set that all up. And then when I end my stream, it'll say something in my chat to my viewers that we're being redirected to Hi-Fi's channel. That's it. And then I'll get a notification in my studio that the redirect went through. But you will get nothing. You will never know. So if I'm doing like a late night stream, which happens a lot, right? And most of my viewers are either lurking or they're asleep, right? And let's say I have to end stream, but Party Pup has to go potty bad, right? So I set that all up. I say my goodbyes. I end stream. I do the raid, and I got to fucking jet off, right? To take Party Pup out, and then he's got to go pee and poop and sniff every blade of grass, and I'm not back for like 10, 15 minutes. That whole time, you just had 15, 20, 100, whatever new viewers that may not be active because they're asleep or they're, off doing their thing or playing a game, whatever, and just using the streams as background noise. And you have no fucking idea until 10 minutes later when I come back and be like, oh, hey, sorry, I'm here now. I had to go take the dog out. And you're like, oh, hey. And you still don't know that I fucking rated you. You just think that I'm there in your chat now. Unless I say, oh, by the way, I fucking redirected to you, brought my community over. Like, how fucking dumb is that? Like the whole redirect system on YouTube is so fucked. Toasty! Bye, bitch. Yeah. I don't know who designed it or thought it was a good idea to put it that way. Like, I have to have permission set so that you can even redirect to me in the first place. If I don't set those permissions, they're default to off and no and nobody. You won't even have the opportunity to raid me. You have to send me a message while I'm live asking permission to redirect to you. And I have to agree to that and then go to my settings and add your name as somebody that can redirect to me. Like, why? That's why I don't redirect on YouTube, guys. For those of you that are on the YouTube side, I just end the stream because it's such a pain in the ass. It's so dumb. Like, they say they do it for protection and all that, but like, dude, if I am live streaming on YouTube and I'm in good standing, obviously, I mean, if I was one of those fucking hate groups or whatever and tried to stream to my hate group friends on YouTube, we'd be fucking banned, right away. Like, it wouldn't take long. So it's not like we're going to be like, oh, let's have this fucking hate raid party and we're going to fucking go raid Fi and Marbs now and fucking make fun of their noses or whatever, like, it's so fucking dumb. Yeah, exactly. That's my thought. What is the point? There isn't one, because it's like, your nose is adorable, Mark. I agree. Yeah. But yeah, it's like, it's so bass-ackwards, So like, I have mine set up now. I went in and changed my settings. I have it set up where speak of the devil and they walk up behind you. Hi, Evie.
Okay. I need
heart lesson 3 heart ... Evie raid.
I also need to build a thingy. Oh, I need to make flatbread. Oh, do I
6
have...
hours almost, huh?
Am I growing wheat
beast
somewhere?
Sausage.
Anywhere?
I do
I have wheat growing somewhere? Anywhere? Wheat.
Hell, you could have a sausage taco.
I do have wheat.
Sweet.
Okay,
I'd like
sweet.
meat.
Give me meat. I want meat in my mouth. Put it in there.
You have wheat. Sweet. I like
I
meat.
will need that to make the flatbread.
Yeah. Too much me. There's never too much Evie.
I
do like sausage. I do like sausage a lot. Hell, you could have a sausage taco. I'd be down with it. I'd like meat. Give me meat. I want meat in my mouth. Put it in there.
Put it in there. Put it in there. How are you, Evie? Obviously, I was lurking, but, How are you? How was your stream? 6 fucking hours. Or almost. 5.5. Yeah, as I just pulled you up, because I was like, we ran out of questions. I was like, Evie said she was going to bother me. Where the fuck is she? And I look, you're still streaming. I was like, Jesus. I don't think I've seen you go over like 2.5 hours, 3 hours in a while. I'm glad you had fun, though. And thank you for the raid. I appreciate it. Four hours on Sundays. It's not Sunday, though. It's Saturday. You do 5 every Saturday? Okay. I don't sleep that fucking late on Saturdays. There was no delay. Daryl, yours played under her shout out. And then Marbs redeemed one on Twitch side. Apparently you do. Apparently you don't stream for 5 hours on Saturday like you think. Okay, I don't know.
I mean, the manager on duty, Larry! Larry!
Go pee or whatever you gotta do. You've been streaming for almost 6 fucking hours. I know you got something you need to do. Scratch your butt. Get a snack. Rehydrate. And then come back and ask your question. I know you have one. You gotta make dinner. I'm not waiting that long.
Oh my god. Larry! Larry!
It's probably because of that bump in connection we had. I bet if you refresh both of them, Twitch will be ahead of YouTube again. Larry! Yeah, usually we're swamped because Ravenous has asked like 3 questions that are super difficult to answer and takes us a while, but he's like, nah, I'm a fucking genius and I have no questions for you today. So do you want me to answer that before you go make dinner or while you're making dinner and you can watch the VOD to get your answer? Yeah, we're gonna stream tonight, Marbs. We're going fucking long time. 6, 8, 10, 12 hours. I don't know. We're gonna fucking go all fucking night long, baby. But yeah, drive safe out there. Is it still storming? We got your fucking storm last night, dude. Shit was nasty. Great. Yeah, it finally stopped raining. My yard is completely flooded. He has to poop in the driveway because he can't get in the grass. And we go from there. But it just ended. So now it's like 80 degrees and muggy as fuck. Like I go outside to take him out, I gotta chew my breath. You stream for 8 hours plus every time? Animal. Must be nice to have that much time. What games do I stream? So I stream Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday night, and Sundays on Twitch. And the weekdays, I do RPGs. We have one RPG we play every month, voted on by the community. in the Discord there, and we call it the RPG of the month with the goal of beating the main storyline at a minimum of that RPG. And then Saturdays is kind of like a whatever we want. Normally I'll do some horror games or new game that I get, you know, whatever. Sometimes I'll get, you know, keys for games that developers want me to play, so I'll play them on Saturday nights. We just kind of do whatever we're in the mood for. Sometimes it's just card shop simulator, and then sometimes it's a horror game, and sometimes if I'm really into the RPG, we'll continue it on a Saturday like we're going to do tonight. And then Sundays I do my speed runs, and this year I have a goal of getting 10 world records in 10 different games, so we're playing those games on Saturday. Yeah, that's what we do there. And then I'm off Monday and Tuesday, so I can make tutorials and do my dishes and laundry. What kind of storm? It was a big bad rainstorm. I loved it, but my dog hates thunder, so. I need a beer action. I already sell beer. What else you want? Not on YouTube side, because YouTube sucks. YouTube has no API backend. Their shit is ridiculously limited. I currently hold world records in Ghost Exorcism Incorporated. I have 4 in Malum, I think. 4 or 5 in Malum. Pacify. I think I have a total now of 8. 7 or 8, I think. But we still need 9 more this year. We only got 1 this year so far, which sucks because we're already in May, which I should have like 3 or 4 by now. But we figured out Death Watchers too, so we'll be doing that on Sunday. Figured out why the loadouts weren't loading. So it's kind of a pain in the ass system, but we figured it out, so we can at least play that now. We'll get that world record for the infestation on Sunday. Hopefully. Tonight's all about Dragon Age Origins, baby. We got Larry now. We got Morgana now. Or however you say her name. Side boob chick. We're gonna go kick some ass. Make some progress. We're gonna do some side quests. I was thinking, I need to do the math. Let me do some math here. I think I have a calculator somewhere. There we go. If it takes 90 hours to do everything in the game, we caught young goose. What? Vinny! Oh, the Pokemon. So if it takes 90 hours to do everything in the game, except for the awakening, and we stream, let's say 4 hours, that's 22 and a half days. Side boob chick is better than side chick boob. I mean, boob is boob. I don't care where it comes from. Just give it to me. 90 hours of beer on the wall, 90 hours of beer. How are you, Benny? You recovered from your post-con depression there? So it would take me about 22 days. I agree. I'm not big on side chicks. I prefer the chicks to be in front of me so I can watch their ass as they're walking. I don't want them on the side because then I got to use my peripheral. Post-con depression for meeting you daily. Aww. But you got the pictures though. You knew it wasn't going to last forever, Benny. That's why you savored the moment in photograph form. And if we look at the calendar, obviously May has 31 days. Fuck off. Right? We've done 1, 2. We're going to do 3. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So if we do 15, all right, let's go back. So if it's 90 hours divided by 15, I would have to average 6-hour streams, which we can't do. But I think that would be a good challenge. Should we try to do all of the side quests and everything and not just focus on the main storyline and try to still complete the game in May? I think we should. I think we should try to 100% Dragon Age. I mean, obviously not 100% because I'm not going to get to Awakening. That's like a whole other, like 40 hours. But we can do the DLC and stuff, right? We can do the main, all of it. Right? All right, Marbs, get out of here. Go drive. Be safe. Drive safe. Make all the money. You got to pay for that monitor and that new PC, buddy. Thank you for paying your cover charge. I still need to do that. I need to link those two. I'm going to attempt this weekend. Probably won't finish it, but I'm going to attempt to move the Saturday test stream, all of the bots except for Snarky Bot, obviously, into one of the alpha version. Twitch and YouTube combined into one bot and see how that runs. It's gonna take a while. I'm gonna redo everything by hand, one by one, but yeah, that's gonna be a goal moving forward. Might not get it done by next week, but we should. And the next one's after that. All right, let's get to Evie's question. It's a good one.
Evie asked, do you know of a way using just something in OBS or Firebot to add a visual 5-minute timer to my ASMR channel point redeem?
Yes, I do. Okay, next question. I'm just kidding. Hee hee. It's funny. Oh, I expect you want me to explain it to you as well. Fine. Fine. All right, hold on. So I'm going to send you a link here. Oh, yes. I can't spell. There it is. All right. So you're going to go to this page. Explain things, mofo. All right. So this is a link to an LUA. If you don't know what an LUA is, it's basically like a plugin, but it's just a text file. It's a very small plugin, and you don't need to do anything. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to the download page, or the download button up here, and it's gonna take you to the GitHub. You're gonna get the LUA right here. You're gonna click on that bad boy. You're gonna save it somewhere, permanent. I have my programs, right? I have my plugins and my texts. Because it's a text, I have my LUAs here. That's where I would save it. As you can see here that I have already done. But for this purposes, I'm just going to save it to my desktop. Once it's saved, you're going to have this little file. It's an LUA file. All right. Now let me just zoom out real quick. I'm going to open up my tutorial OBS again. I don't give a shit. I don't care. I'll delete all that crap. All right. So we have our OBS here. And what we're going to do is we're going to go up to Tools. And we're going to go to Scripts. And then you're going to come in here in Scripts. And you're going to click the little plus sign. And then you're going to browse to wherever you saved that LUA. So in our case, it's on the desktop. Advanced timer LUA, and we're going to say open. And now we're going to have a whole bunch of settings here we're going to come back to, but we just want it loaded for right now, so we're going to click close. Now you're going to go to wherever you want your timer to be, and you're going to add a new text. So we're going to text, and we're going to give it a name. So this one, like your ASMR timer. Whoops, why caps lock? Hello? ASMR timer. Okay. And then you're going to put some numbers in there. I usually do something like that. And then of course you can style it however you want, right? Pick the font size. I usually go with like a 72 because you can resize it, but anything, you know, starts at like 268, which is really fucking huge. I would say, okay, right? And then of course you can change the color of it if you want to. We'll go with a nice orange here. Your alignments, outline, you want to outline, make it pretty, right? Whatever you want. Okay. And then you're going to put this timer wherever you want it to show up on that scene. So like for your gameplay scene or whatever, or you can nest it if you want to. All right. We're just going to set it right here. All right. So now that we have our timer as a text file, we're going to go back to our tools. So we're going to go tools, we're going to go scripts, and now we can click on it. All right, again, Team Western, welcome in. How are you, my friend? Thank you for the raid.
Don't you get it?
I don't get it.
You're the lucky one, Danny.
Who's that, Grand Theft Auto?
You're the lucky one.
Oh, she died with her eyes open. That's so gross. If you're gonna fucking die, at least have the common decency to close your fucking eyes. That was a test stream. How'd the test go? But thank you for the raid. I appreciate it. We're just covering how to do an automated timer. All right. So now we're going to go back into scripts. Again, we have our time set. There's a text source. I know it's not. And we're going to click on that. So we have our mode here. You can have different types of modes. We want countdown. And this is your time in seconds, right? So 5 minutes is going to be 300 seconds. I usually do an extra 5 just to give myself, hey, it's going. I need to do this now, right? Pay attention, especially somebody like Evie that ignores her fucking chat for 30 minutes. You wanna give yourself a little bit of extra time there. And then here is your format is code, and if you hover over, you can see what you can do there. But I usually leave it. I just take out the hours and the first colon so that it's just the minutes and the seconds with a colon between, just like we have it set up here. The text source, this is where we're going to pick the text that we made. So we want the ASMR timer. And if it's not there, as you can see, it's not there. You can just type it in. ASMR timer. But it's got to be exact, right? Now, if you close this and like close OBS and reopen OBS, it'll populate that, whatever. And then you have all of your other options here. Switch to a different scene when the timer's finished. You don't need any of that. But what your countdown final text, what you want it to say, you can say, you know, ASMR is over, you know, or whatever. But for like my timers, I just have them say 000. Just leave it on 0. So the activation mode, you only want this to activate on activation, so not global. And then you're done. You say close. Right? So now if we turn this off and turn it back on, it's not going to work. Why isn't it working? Did I fuck up? I probably fucked up. Thank you. Oh, maybe I can't type it in anymore. You could type it in the old version. All right, let me try this again. Some things don't need to be updated. That's right. We're going to go back in. Yeah, I don't care. Okay. Tools, scripts. Let's see if it's in there now. There it is. Okay. So you can't type it in anymore with the new version. Used to, you could just type it in. There we go. Now we close. There, now it's running, right? So we have the timer. If it's invisible, click the little eyeball icon off. And then when we turn it back on, it restarts. Right? Now, you use Firebot, right? Hey, Breezers. How are you, my friend? So it's going to be a little bit different, but you know how to use your Firebot. I don't have Firebot installed at the moment, so I'm going to show you on StreamerBot, but it's basically the same thing. Okay. So you're going to go in, you're going to make a new platform, whatever they're called on Firebot. I'm just going to name this one ASMR timer. All right. And so what we want to do is when this channel point is redeemed. So if you already have your redeem, doesn't it play a sound or something for you already? You can just go into that, right? But basically what I would do here is I'm going to go into OBS and I'm going to go to my sources and I'm going to set my source visibility state, right? And then I would pick my scene, my timer, and set it to visible, right? And I would say okay. And then I like, with my timers and stuff, I like to play a sound just so I get that alert. So if somebody redeems it, right, it plays a sound, you know. And so like you can do that too. We could just go into chord, well, not in Firebot, but you know what I mean. Add a sound, you know, play your sound, whatever. We'll go pick a sound. I don't know, whatever. I want to play those. Clapping, that'll work. And then we play our sound, right? And then we're gonna have a delay. I don't know. Yeah, okay. So you already have that, right? So you play your sound. I would usually put that at the top, and then turn the visibility on. With StreamerBot, I would just set a delay for the 5 minutes, which is what, 600 seconds, so 600,000, whatever it is. I don't know, you can do the math. And then I would just come in here I don't want to delete. I want to duplicate. And I would turn the visibility off. So now when it's redeemed, yeah, 300. Thank you. So now when it's redeemed, it plays the sound. It'll turn the timer visibility on. It waits however long and then turns the timer off. Right. And then if you have on your channel point redeem, if you have a cooldown, nobody else can redeem it while it's currently running, which is obviously ideal. Then it will go all the way through, turn it off, and then give you some extra time before it can be redeemed again. You know, if you have it set for 5 minutes, have your cooldown be for like 10 minutes at least. And that way, you know, they can't be redeemed back to back to back to back to back. Right? But that's all you got to do. So that LUA does everything for you. You just got to set it up and then just have your bot toggle the visibility of it. And once the visibility gets toggled, it always resets if you set it to that. So turn it off, turn it back on, it'll reset. Right? Easy. Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. Right? Does that answer? Are you satisfied? Or do I need to do some more? I need to reinstall Firebot though, so I can actually show y'all. No more phone timer. Yeah, I use timers for everything. And I have them all automated. Especially for redeems like that, you know, like you have the ASMR one, or you have the ban and in-game action for 10 minutes or whatever, you know, then the timer just automatically comes up. Have it play a sound so you know oh shit, I need to pay attention to whatever it is I'm supposed to be doing, you know. And that way you know, right? And then it's just automatic and it starts right away. And if you don't want it to start right away, you know, instead of having the visibility on, you could set that to another command or something like that you do. So when you're ready, you know what I mean? Because like say you're about to go BRB because you got to get kiddo his snack, or you got to go pee or something, and somebody redeems it, it'll just start. And then you're going to be gone for 5 minutes and come back and be like, oh, that sucks. Now I got to refund your points, you know, whatever. You can be like, okay, I will do the ASMR when I get back. And then you go do your thing. And then when you come back, you could just, you know, have it set to a command to toggle the visibility and do the delay and turn the visibility back off. And then in your own chat, you can just be like, start ASMR. And then it'll pop up, you know. I'll leave that part up to you, how the functionality of it, just a couple of ideas, but yeah, there you go. There you go. Cool. You're very welcome. Oh, that was easy. But yeah, when you save that LUA script, make sure you put it somewhere permanent, because I just deleted it and now that won't work anymore. Once I close OBS, but it won't be able to find the script, right? So it'll be like, oh, and it's gone. So keep it somewhere permanent, because if I close this and reopen it, it'll throw an error. Perfect. Everybody should have a Twitch stuff folder or a YouTube stuff folder or whatever. I'm pretty anal retentive about mine. Oh, pardon me. Yeah, buddy. All right. We got a couple of more questions, but I have to pee. I should probably refill coffee again. It's getting low. So I'm gonna go BRB real quick. I can do that. I need to check on the pup because he is out of sight. He's not on the couch or the futon, which means he's probably either in my bathroom eating the trash or he's in the bedroom asleep. Either way, I need to check on him. I'm gonna go pee, refill coffee, and then we'll be back. We'll answer the next 2 questions and we'll go from there. So if you have a question in the queue, please be patient. If you can't stick around, do not worry. Again, all of your questions are posted in the Discord, in the Tavern Talk section under the booths, and it'll have your question and it'll have a link to the YouTube live replay as well as the Twitch VOD, and you can go and click. It'll take you right to that moment when I answer your question and you can get your answer there. Otherwise, just hang out. It is helpful if you are here, because if I have follow-up questions or need more information, obviously. If you're not here though, and I need to answer some questions, I will just kind of answer them for myself and go from there. And if it's not correct, you can always post about it in the Discord. Later. No peeing allowed. I do not accept your authority or your rules, sir, and I will thank you to stay out of my personal affairs. I'm gonna fail that rule. I will fucking go outside with the dog and pee in the driveway. I don't give a shit. But yeah, so we'll be right back. We'll get to those next 2 questions. So hang tight, everybody. Guys.
That appears to be all of the gifts. Go!
Somebody clip that. Little achievement coming up. Oh. Boom, boom. So there we go. So now, if anybody in chat says I love you or exclamation point ILY, I'll get a notification. Woohoo! That's a funny looking run. He's going nuts up there.
Yeah, I'm actually playing with Sophie right now. Wanna say hi, Sophie?
Hi. Sorry, I choked on my vape as I looked up at the screen. And I saw the...
Would you want to join? It is the channel points, and it is which one is it? Scream for 666 channel points. And we have a wild... Jesus! Fuck. That's a new one. Wow. That was really loud. Fleetwood Mac. Good answer, Nikki. Oh, fuck. I knocked him, though. Bastard. There's another one. Hey, you.
My sprinkler goes like this. And comes back like...
That was the hunt thing. I was like, is it fucking here? We brought it back. He's there.
Yeah, he is. Yep, yeah, he is.
What the hell? Did we bring him back?
Did you revive the ghost instead of one of us? What?
Hey. Oh. Oh! There was a fucking head! Okay, we got fucking Lord's Prayer. Go. Stop it! What the fuck is... I need a... Why do I have a lighter? I need a flashlight. What the fuck? What's this, bathroom? Can we... Maybe I gotta pee. You don't know. Saying I can't pee? This whole place smells like pee. Alright, let's go ask the little bitch to draw for us. Kids like to draw pictures, right?
Hey, who's a twink now, baby? Fuck.
What the hell is wrong with this house? Nothing about this place is normal.
More like 40-something.
I'm so good at parkour. Wow.
Tattooed, bearded man. That's more my jam.
I do like sausage. I do like sausage a lot. Hell, you could have a sausage taco. I'd be down with it. I'd like meat. Give me meat. I want meat in my mouth. Put it in there.
Was that a Lou that just came in with a drive-by fucking biddies? Trying to avoid the anger finger wags. Well, guess what? Save your fucking money. Quit spending your fucking money on me. Hi, Lou. Angry finger wags. Come in, say hi, fucking drop 200 biddies and then dip. Rude. I hope you're doing well, Lou. Excuse me. There she is. How are you, sweetie? Come in here all riff-raff style, fucking throwing biddies, dipping out. I appreciate you. Thank you so very much. Hi, Jeff. Welcome in. Thank you for the like. I appreciate it. Also, I know that the clips on the BRB, that one where we were making commands and stuff, comes up often. You're sad because your boyfriend just left you? Wait. Like he left to go home, or like left like the relationship? Because if I need to move to fucking Germany and beat some ass, I will. Oh, phew. Okay. All right, then. All right, everybody. Put your dukes down. We don't have to go fight. Oh. You always make me happy, Lou. You feel like an ass? Why? I got an ass you can feel. Wait, what? What? Who said that? I found the dog. He's fine. Pass the fuck out. He had a late night, being up all night with the thunder and everything, so. Moved him to the couch, though. Did you get your pit? No. Y'all want to hear a really bad joke? Like, it could get me canceled joke? Okay, good. Thank you. Oh, Raven has said no. No joke for you today. I think we've had enough trouble on the stream today. We don't need to add that kind of shit to it. All right, let's answer the next question, because I said I would. You don't want to leave? Aw, hon. I understand those feelings, but, you know, it's very cool that he wants to be there to take care of his mom. Hi, Loretta. Welcome in, sweetie. You should feel happy that you have a boyfriend that cares about his mom that much. That's important. But if you're feeling sad or down, Lou, for any reasons other than just your boyfriend had to leave, you come find me. You know where my DMs are. You can come talk to me. Okay, anytime. DM you the joke later? Will do. Actually, I'll do it right now, and then we'll answer the question. It's not that long.
Where's Larry?
Larry?
The manager on duty. Larry!
No, for fuck's sake.
Larry bananas! Damn it, asparagus. Larry!
You're sad you're not more computer savvy because I'm able to fix my own OBS and I'm able to surprise my fiance and really build upgrade a gaming PC? Hey, we aren't born knowing all the things.
Larry!
Right? You gotta learn the things.
Larry!
And that's okay.
Larry! Larry!
4 years ago, I didn't know how to use Twitch. I didn't know how to use OBS.
Larry! 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 Where's Larry? Larry! 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 Larry!
I'll be here. I'm currently helping Marbs do the same thing. We just got him a brand new PC and I'm going to be helping him set it up. Aw, that's very sweet of you. Yeah, no problem. No problem. All right, if Fi's done interrupting the stream, we'll answer a question. Marbs was here. He had to go to work. He left to go work for a few hours. I know. He'll be back tonight. We're going to stream on Twitch tonight and most of the morning. He'll be back after work. But yeah, Phoenix, yeah, when you get there and you know what your budget is and all that, just, you know, hit me up in the DMs. I can give you some ideas. It is midnight. What do you, midnight. Yeah. Nighttime for me. Yeah. We'll be going live over there on Twitch only, play some Dragon Age Origins in about 4 hours or so, and we're going to be going 6, 8, 10, 12 hours. I don't know. We're going to do it. We're going to go long time. Let me love you long time. Yeah. Like 4 a.m. your time. Keep your fucking money in your purse, your wallet, your pants, whatever. Sew them fucking shut. Stop spending your money on me. Get angry finger wags. Lou! Of course you did, Benny. Of course you did. I think Lou just enjoys the finger wags, to be fair. Keep your fucking money to yourself. And nobody got to spend money on me. I appreciate it, but don't. We're starting an OnlyFeeds, so y'all can subscribe to that. Every time you do the anger finger wag, you'll send me bits. Every time you send me bits, you're going to get the anger finger wag. Lou. What have I told you? You keep your fucking money to your fucking self. Sew your fucking pockets shut. I'll pick you up by the scruff of the neck. I'm gonna toss you around. Stop it. Thank you for buying your pint. Lou, do you remember when you went to that festival and you got drunk and you had the shots, the pictures of your friends dragging you on the ground? That's gonna fucking happen. Hi, Greg. That's what's gonna fucking happen. But for real. Okay? Just stop it. Put the fucking money away. God. Don't hey me, little miss. Oh, I'll bring it up. It's been brought in. Yeah, show me. Yeah. DM those pictures. Lou! Now listen here, Lou. You gotta get carried away again. And you know what happens when you get carried away with the bits and shit. We've had this talk. You're gonna stop it right now. I'll bring up some other shit. Stop it. Lou! That's it. Double angry finger wags for you. Yuck it off. He saved up for this? That is a creepy ass filter, isn't it? It's my favorite. I love it. Yeah, you got double angry finger wags. Yeah. The scream did work, but I had it muted for effect. So let me refund your points. Oh, there's too many to go through. Everybody gets their points back. Now look what you've done. You got meat stuck. Lou! We're gonna have words. Okay? Because some of it comes from YouTube. Thank you for the biddies, Lou. I appreciate you. We love you, girl. But knock it off. Run! What? Have you not been paying attention? Angry finger wags for the biddies. Stop it. Go have fun with your boyfriend, Lou. Tell him I said hello. Hope his mother starts feeling better soon. Keep your fucking money in your pants, or your pocket, or your wallet, or your purse. So shut. What the? Benny, I know you've been here paying attention. If you don't fucking knock it off, I'm gonna turn this fucking car around. We're gonna go right back home. We got some important questions to get to. Number 10. It's where I want to be anyway. Shut up. Bye. Thank you guys for the bits. Knock it the fuck off. I appreciate it. Stop spending your money on me. Save up for that latte or whatever. Taco Bell. Don't need to waste money on me, guys. I appreciate it. I know you're just here for the angry finger wags, but not necessary. I love you all. All right, are we?
He said, flap, 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 flap.
All right, next question.
Phoenix Fire 94 asked, since I've had to reinstall OBS, do I need to set up Seribot again?
No. Seribot connects to Twitch, not to OBS. There's nothing else you need to do. So, yeah, there's no like on-screen stuff that's set up. You know, it's all done in Twitch chat. So as long as you haven't disconnected that connection from your Twitch dashboard, there's no need to redo Seribot at all. By the way, guys, Seribot has had some updates, so you do want to go back to the website to check out the new features. You can actually shout out Seribot now on Twitch, and it will respond with more information and a link to its channel for other people to sign up for and stuff like that, which is pretty cool. Obviously, there's, you know, the cat pick, dog pick, cat facts, dog facts, angry flip and unflip, the little chat commands you can do. You can say good bot and Seribot will feel proud. You know, things like that. So make sure you do check it out. If you don't have Seribot and you're streaming on Twitch, you need to. You need to install Seribot. It keeps all of your stupid spam bots and hate raid bots and all that shit away. It bans them all immediately. It's good stuff. It's a bot. It doesn't have stuff. We don't need to anamorphize fucking digital things. It's a computer program, for fuck's sake. But Sari can never be as good a girl as you, Evie. You're the goodest girl. What was I saying before the fucking drive-by biddings? Oh, yeah, we were talking about, I said that one where we had that one tech thing where we were setting up the stream where we were setting up bot commands and stuff, and I did the I love you command, and I've since deleted it, right? I got rid of it. No need for it. But every time that clip shows up, somebody always does like the I love you just to the exclamation point ILY. So I made a new one for you guys. So that when you see that and you at least get a response. Yeah, it's usually you, you son of a bitch. But I heard that while we were on break. I was like, oh, somebody's gonna fucking try it. So it's not love. It's ILY. I love you. Millennial shorthand or whatever. It's like LOL, but they mean it. Or whatever. Anyway. There you go. No, go get Oh, there. At least you get some response now. Next question.
Chaz Focus asked, how do I transfer all my files from the old SB to the new SB?
I assume by new SB you're talking about the alpha version? Or are you talking about a new install of the current version? The alpha. Right. So if you are a member of the Patreon, you have access to the alpha. In your current version, you're going to come up here and you're going to click on check for updates. And this little box is going to come up. Let me do that again for you because I wasn't zoomed in and I'm an idiot. Click up here. You're going to click on check for updates. And then in this drop down, it'll give you all of the ones that you are currently subscribed to. So if you're subscribed to the Patreon, you have access to the alpha. The alpha will be on the list. You click on that and it'll tell you that the latest version of the alpha is ready. You click on download and it'll download it, and then you click on install and it'll install and it'll automatically bring everything over. Right now, before you do that, I will tell you what I would do. First thing you're going to do is you're going to go to the StreamerBot website. And you're going to download version 2.8, the current latest stable version. And you're going to save that to your desktop. Okay? And once that's downloaded to your desktop, you're going to come in here and you're going to right click on it. And you're going to choose extract all, and you're just going to say yes or whatever. Extract it to that folder. It's going to take a couple seconds. And then you're going to open it up and you're going to have this. And you're going to come down here and you're going to click on the StreamerBot exe to open StreamerBot, the new one that you just downloaded for the very first time. You're going to let that run. It's going to do its initial load. It's going to come in. It's going to say, oh, here we are. We got it, right? And then you're going to close the bot. Yes. Because all we wanted it to do was populate these directories. Now, in your current version of the bot, which is stored wherever you have it stored. Mine, for example, is in my programs, right? And then I have my StreamerBot here. Okay. So this is my current install. I'm going to go into my backups and I'm going to look for the latest backup by date, right? And if you have upgraded to different versions, you'll see it'll say app backup. This is not what we want. So this backs up when you upgrade to a new version. We want the stable backup. So here we go, May 3rd. At 3:26 p.m. So this was the last one. So I'm going to take this zip file and I'm going to drag it over here to my desktop. And then we can close this. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to extract this one. And I'm going to say yes. And it's going to open up. And this one shows you all of these files. These are all your databases, your cache, your connections, your authorizations, all of this. Okay, we're going to move this over to the side here. And we're going to go back into the StreamerBot we just downloaded. And we're going to move this over to the side. And then in the StreamerBot you just downloaded, you'll see that there is a data folder. We're going to click into here. And it's going to have all of these things, right? And of course, none of them are really populated because there's nothing there because we just downloaded it and opened it one time. What we're going to do now is we're going to take all of these from the backup zip file. And we're going to come over here and we're going to bring them over and we're going to replace all the files. Okay. So now we can close this out because it's empty. We can actually get rid of it if you want to clean up your desktop. Right. So now we have the new StreamerBot that we just downloaded, but it's been backed up to our current install. So if we come in here and open it again, give it a second, it's loading all the things, you will see that now all of my actions are there, all of my platforms are there, all my accounts are connected, everything. So we have a full, stable, working version. Okay, and we're going to close that now. We're done with that. And now you can open your regular bot, go check for the updates, download and install the alpha update. Okay, and it will do it on this version, but it won't mess with the one we just downloaded. So if something goes wrong, it keeps crashing on you, right? Instead of going through all of the bullshit of trying to downgrade, which is next to impossible, you would just close this one and then just start using this one. And you can move this to your current install directory and all that. But now you have two, but you always have a backup of where your streamer bot is right now today, ready to go. And then you have the updated one to the new alpha version that you can play around with, right? And get to learn and all of that stuff. Make sense? Yeah. Super easy. The whole backup system. Every time you open StreamerBot, it creates a backup. Right? So that's why you saw there were so many that I had. Yep. Yep. So you have the backup. The backup, it comes in a zip file and it's just going to have these in it. And you're just going to copy or drag and drop whatever into the data folder. Yep. That's where all of those are stored. You don't need to do anything else. And it will be an exact replica of what you have already. Yep. And you don't have to, you can just do the backup zip folder and just save those. So like I said, I need to clean mine up. I said that earlier. So what I do, basically, I go to my program file, I go to my streamer bot here. So I go to my backup, and what I'll do is I'll look, like I have a lot, right? I don't need all of these. I don't need all of these. So I'm just going to select all of them, but I am going to unselect the app backups because those are the ones where I go from a different version to a different version. Like I went from 2.4 to 2.5, 2.5 to 2.6. This one went from 2.6 to 2.8, right? So I want those. And I also want to save the last two stable backups. So I have mine sorted by date, but just check and make sure. And then so I don't choose those, and then I'll just delete the rest. Right? Just kind of clean that up a little bit. But I always save these in case I need to go back a version, right? You know, something like if Nate releases a version, like he released 2.7 and there was a critical flaw where if you right clicked anywhere, it would close the bot down. So before he could do the hotfix patch for 2.8 that corrected that mistake, if you were running 2.7, it's fucked up. You could go back and do your backup for 2.6 and actually go back an entire version. So I just keep that cleaned up because like I said, every time you open StreamerBot, it's going to automatically create a backup for you. All right. So I saved the last two because I know those work. That's what if I made any changes or whatever. But I save those. And then the rest of them I just delete. Now, note to everybody, there's also the log file. Same thing. A log file is a 24-hour file. So it writes to this file from midnight to midnight, right? So like today's the 3rd of March, right? So if I close everything, we end this stream and I close everything down, it's writing to the log file. Let me go by date. So it's writing to this log file right here, right? Everything that happens, it's going on. If I close the bot down, obviously it stops writing to the log file. But when I go to stream tonight, because I'm going to start at like 9 p.m. or 10 p.m., it's going to be May 3rd still. So when I open the bot and start doing things, it's going to continue to write to this log. But then when I hit midnight, it's going to start a new log for the new day, even though I didn't reopen the bot. So same thing here. The log files will build up over time. I just select them all. I take the last two and unselect them and get rid of those. All right. Now I have my log file for the last couple of days. But if you clean out your log file and your backup files like that, StreamerBot will load a little bit faster. I don't know why. I haven't figured out the why behind it, but I do know if you keep these two files minimized, StreamerBot loads faster. It doesn't affect the performance after the bot is open or anything. It's just that initial load time is faster. So there you go. Now you know. Okay. We have a couple more questions. Cool. That should take us to the 4-hour mark. Awesome. Here we go.
Greg Murray asked, what do you think of the OBS bot Trail 2?
I have never been impressed with OBS bot. It is far more limiting, not limited, but limiting to what you can and can't do. For what it does it fairly well. There are some glitches and bugs that I don't like. Some other people have like workarounds for them as normally you do, but because of how limiting it is and what you can do with it, I find it not very useful for me, right? And that's a personal thing. But for those that do use it, it is much better. It's a pretty good starting bot, I would say. Instead of like Nightbot or Stream Elements bot, things like that, it's more robust than those. So it's a really good bot to like learn things on. But I'm also in the school that if you're going to grow, learn one thing once, right? You're going to outgrow OBS bot, just like you're going to outgrow, Streamlabs or, Stream Elements extensions and stuff like that. And eventually you're going to go to OBS. So just start there. You're going to have to learn it anyway. Learn one. Is it? Oh, the camera. Did they name their camera OBS bot as well? Fucking hell. Could be. Did they really name it OBS bot also? Fucking bots though. I don't know. Trial 2. Oh, tail 2. Not 2. It was a $1,200 camera, so I'm gonna say no. I don't need a webcam that costs more than my first car. I don't give a shit. It's a PTZ camera. PTZ stands for pan, tilt, and zoom, by the way. R is for rotate. So it'll follow you around. Why? I mean, to each their own, but why the fuck would you need any of that? Quit moving. Yeah. Like I'm literally sitting here playing a game. Yeah. If I got to get up to go pee, I really don't want my camera to follow me. You know what I mean? Yeah, didn't know about it. I know about the bot. OBS has a bot, but that's weird. Okay. I mean, it's got a lot of features. Why did I have to open up a whole new page for this? AI tracking. I mean, yeah, I can see like all of their examples here. I can get that. But it's a video camera. It's not a webcam. There you go. Live production camera. Dude, just get a fucking GoPro. Yeah. Okay, $1,200 fucking dollars, and you have to buy the license key for the NDI. The filters are $150, and a charger for the battery is $40. Bro. I don't know. Yeah, that sounds like a fucking money grab to me. And I mean, it's like, oh, look, we have all of these connections. Now you got these things, right? Like, oh, you got this little cheerleader here, or gymnast, whatever she's called, right? You got the one that they're playing tennis, right? And shit like that. But then you have your Ethernet connection, your HDMI. Like, are you taking all of that shit to the court with you when you go play tennis? You gonna be fucking bringing your monitors and your fucking PC and your fucking Ethernet adapters, and seems like overkill to me. Like, I mean, it's cool. The shit that it can do is cool, but I think the practicality of it for like a streamer is non-existent. An IRL streamer, maybe, but I mean, this is going to be like a niche.
He said,
audience,
will it follow
right?
the eggplant in and out?
Wow. We're just going to ignore that. But I don't know. I mean, like, you know, there are examples that they have. You're like, oh yeah, that's cool. But you got to think about the practicality. Like, it's not just the camera. It's got to send the signal somewhere. Does it have local storage? Because that's what I'm looking at. It's missing. Car mount. Yeah, I'm not seeing any like local storage. So you got to bring some kind of device that will store the video that you're recording. You got to bring, I mean, that's just, wow. I mean, obviously this is a individual per use thing, right? For some people, this is exactly what they need. I am not those people. Most of us are probably not those people. Thank you for the lurk. Go return your modem. I don't know, man. I'm trying to think of, as a streamer, What would I have to do that would necessitate this camera? And I can't think of anything. Obviously, it would have to be like an IRL streamer where I'm going out in town, but then I have to bring all this extra shit with me. I can get a 4K camera to have a 4K production stream for a whole lot less than $1,200 fucking dollars, Benny. I have green screen sheets. I have fucking box fucking lights. I have an entire studio setup. Cost me a total of about $250. I can get a 4K webcam. I can get a fucking, you got your cell phones that can record in 4K, and buy a fucking gimbal. But that's what I'm saying. What are you doing in your room per stream that you need to be out of the range of your setup? I'm sure there isn't a use. I just can't fathom it. You know what I mean? Now, I'm a sit-down streamer. Obviously, this is not for a sit-down streamer, which means IRL, right? So you go out in town. But when you go outside your house, no Ethernet. You've got to connect it to your system. You got to connect it to a monitor so you can see what the fuck it's actually doing. You're not going to bring all of this with you so you can go out and play Pokemon Go. A workout stream? I've seen a few of those. And the cooking streams. You get you a nice digital camera, an SLR. They cost $300 to $400. They got the wide angle lens, auto zoom. Yeah, it doesn't follow you from the sink to the dishwasher, but you can still get all of that in shot and still have high quality. And if you're going to go 4K, you're not doing that on Twitch, or Twitch doesn't allow 4K. And if you do it on YouTube, which does allow 4K, you have to go into ultra high latency mode, so you're going to have a 30-second delay on your streams for streaming in 4K minimum, which is a fair trade-off, I guess. But this would have to be something like they're showing in their examples, where you have a huge space, a gymnasium, or a fucking rock concert, I guess, if you're doing music videos, a tennis court, whatever, right? I don't know. Five times optical zoom, 12x hybrid zoom, 4K at 60 frames, 1080p at 120 frames. But that's what I'm saying. Like, this would have to be a part of your entire mobile setup. And in that case, yeah, I get it. But there are still solutions that are a third of that price that do everything but the following you around. But if you're at that production level, you probably have a fucking cameraman. You know what I mean? You notice everybody in their examples is all by themselves. All by myself. Look, here's my professor on this giant 900-foot blackboard. Like, come on, where is that practical? You're not going on America's Got Talent, so just stop. I don't know. This will probably be one of those things I never buy. TED Talk, they have their own cameras at TED Talk. They don't make you bring your own setup. But that's the big thing for me. Like, this is cool. This is ideal for a lot of ideas, IRL streaming wise. But you have to bring your entire setup with you. If it had local storage, right? Like, I could go out and plop this camera down somewhere on a bench, on a stand, on a tripod, whatever, do my thing, click record, go do my thing, and then take it home and plug it in and grab the video off of it, but it doesn't show any type of internal storage. So I'm not going to go out to the park and show y'all how to do Tai Chi and have to bring all of this shit with me. That just defeats the purpose. And then at that point, I'm just going to do it here in my room. I got enough space. You know, I clear the table, clear the chair, right? I have this whole room and I no longer need this camera. It's going to be very, very specific, very, very niche. And for those people, that price is probably not a problem. But if you're a gaming streamer, a sit-down streamer, you don't leave your house streamer, I cannot see a need for this at all. At all. Like, they have fucking Meta, Facebook, whatever you want to call them, they have a fucking webcam that'll track you. It's like $200. Fucking half of your phones now, the newer phones, have fucking tracking built into them. Put your shit on a fucking gimbal, turn the tracking on, and there you go. What are they comparing against? They got a comparison here. Oh, just their other series. Okay, let's see. Let's see if they have internal storage. None. None. No SD slot, no hard drive. No. So that answers that question. Cool idea. But now I have to bring my own storage. And it's not just gonna fucking record to a DVD drive. You're gonna have to have power supply. You're gonna have to have some kind of system. Basic whole studio setup to go outside. Like I said, I'm sure that there are situations where that is absolutely a game changer and will be woohoo for a very small amount of people. And for those people, awesome. For the rest of us, nah. I thought he was talking about OBS Bot, by the way, but I didn't know they were a fucking camera company too. I know OBS Bot has a studio like OBS, and they have a bot. I didn't know that they were making a whole thing. That's interesting. But yeah, Not for $1,200. And then you got to buy all the extra shit on top of that $1,200. At $1,200, I buy a fucking webcam for $1,200. That shit better fucking tickle my balls and do my dishes. You know what I mean? Show me AI, bitch. Don't just follow me around the room. Better put a knuckle in my butt or something. All right. Yeah, just like that. All right, we got one question left. Let's go.
Ches Focus asks, since we're already here, I initially didn't set up for Twitch with SB. I'm set up for YouTube. How do I go back and make sure I'm set up for Twitch properly?
A lot of trial and error. It's going to be your first bit. But if you only want to run one bot, which is fine, and since you're already set up for YouTube and going to Twitch, it's going to be a little bit easier for you because you don't have to worry about like the demonetization, playing sounds to get you copyright strikes and shit like that, right? You've already got that sorted. Your live streams are good. Now you're going to Twitch. But you're going to have to make some changes. So for example, let's just go to a command, right? So I have a command for ads, and this is !ads is my command. And when it does that, it sends a message to Twitch, which you may have it obviously sending a message to YouTube. You're going to have to go to Twitch, go to chat, go to send message to channel, copy that message that you have for YouTube currently and add it there, right? So you have both of them. So it'll say Twitch message, YouTube message. And then on your trigger, we'll go over to our commands. And on your trigger, where was ads? Somewhere in here. Ads. All you have to do now is check the Twitch box. So you have Twitch and YouTube both checked. And that way, anybody in Twitch can do !ads, or anybody in YouTube can do !ads, right? And you're going to do that for every one of them. For your commands, for your actions, for all of that. Obviously, like your personal things, like scene swaps and things like that, you don't need to make any changes to. But the one thing is YouTube's API gives you all the information it has at every call. That's why you won't have to pull in usernames, games, game title, stream title tags, that kind of thing. With Twitch, you have to. Twitch only gives you, because their API is so fucking vast, they only give you what you ask for. So, in that regard, as an example, we have a thing here. So we'll just stick with this, right? This sends a message, but say the message uses the username, right? So we have, %user, %says, here's your answer or whatever, right? With Twitch, you're gonna have to come in first, and you're gonna go down to Twitch. You're gonna have to get the user information. So get the user info. And then you're going to want to set this to either the user, if you want to get whoever redeemed it. From input is what they've said in the message, or the broadcaster, which is you and your information. So usually it's user, and then that has to go to the very top. So we have to populate that information before the variable is used. So now if we run ads, or run this command for ads, we would get whoever did the actual command. It would populate with their username, their channel ID, their profile picture, all of that information for them, right? And then we can use those variables in the Twitch message that we're putting out. But basically what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to just kind of go through and set all of those up like that, and make sure that all of your commands are set to Twitch and YouTube and things like that. And then just start testing. right? So once you think you're done, you monitor a YouTube stream and then open up your Twitch chat. You do not have to be live on Twitch to test chat interactions because the API is always active, unlike on YouTube where you have to be monitoring. So you monitor your YouTube, open up your Twitch chat, and then just type ads in both of them. And you should get the same response, right? If you're sending a message or playing a sound or showing a video, whatever you're doing, it should do the same thing in both your YouTube and your Twitch. And if it doesn't, then you go, oh, okay, something's wrong. And then you can start the diagnostics and go, why is it not doing it when I do this in Twitch, but it's doing it when I do it in YouTube? And then you start, oh, I got to add the variable. Oh, I've got to add, you know, this or whatever. And then you just got to basically go through one by one and try every trigger that you have and make sure that it triggers on the YouTube side and the Twitch side and that you get the result that you're expecting. That would probably, I know it's kind of long and there are easier ways, but that is the only way you're going to be sure that you get everything exactly right. The other option is to download and run a second bot that is geared only for the Twitch side and just replicate all of your actions and stuff that you have on YouTube that you want to happen on Twitch and put them in and then just run both bots. And then you just have to remake everything one by one, what's going to be done on Twitch as opposed to what's going to be done on YouTube. But the best bet probably for you, depending on what your usages is just like that. Use it all in one bot. You'll go to platforms, you'll go to Twitch, go to your accounts, you'll sign in with your account. And once you're signed in, you're good to go. Then you get your channel point rewards if you're affiliate, you know, and all of that. So you can do all of those settings as well. But yeah, one by one, man, you know, some people that have gone like you and they've done things late, they didn't start out streaming to both or whatever. What they have done is they've come in and they've made like a new group and they'll just be like, this is a test redeem, you know, a test action. And this will be Twitch stuff, right? So now they have a category or a group in their action list, and this is all of their Twitch stuff. So the rest of it's all for YouTube, and then this will be for Twitch. And you don't have to worry about making sure that, you know, this command does everything for both, right? You just go ahead and make a new one for Twitch, set that trigger for Twitch, right? When we come in here, make sure it's just Twitch, and then add that trigger to that one, right? So that it's not running both at the same time. I don't like that. It's a personal preference. I like mine to be more organized than more sporadic. But if that works for you, that's an option as well. But one way or the other, you're going through and either recreating everything or making it work for Twitch and YouTube at the same time. And there's no real way around that, unfortunately. And that's just because of the way the APIs work. Yeah. Thank you for the screenshots, Benny. I do need to make an angry finger wag GIF or video so I can just play it. That way I don't have to do it every time my finger gets tired. All right. Our queue is empty. Is it that time? I'll give you all about a minute to add another question to the queue if you have a question. If not, we're gonna probably wrap it up, and I will go get some dinner and get ready for Dragon Age tonight. Homemade pizza. Oh, thank
Good
you,
night,
Jeff.
everybody.
Yeah. All right. Then we're going to do that. So we're going to say goodbye to the YouTube people first. So if you're on Twitch, hang out a little bit longer with me, please. But for those of you that are on the YouTube side, we're gonna end the stream there. If I didn't answer your question fully for whatever reason, or you still need more information or whatever, don't forget to join the Discord. We have help sections for everything in there: general streaming, Twitch streaming, YouTube streaming, OBS, the bots, Discord even. Yeah, come on by and say, hey, I asked a question, you know, and I need more information, or you didn't answer it correctly, or whatever. And we'll be glad to help you out there. But again, we'll be back next Saturday for sure. So come with more questions, follow-up questions, new questions, whatever. Just come hang out, and we'll do that. We'll see you then. So thank you, YouTube. Thank you for the questions. Thank you for being here, all of you, except for that one little nerd. And, you know, we fucking hate him now. And we'll see you next time. But until then, guys, love, peace, and chicken grease.